Hi, scuba diving stories of today is about round window rupture. This is the result of my diving medicine Q&A on DiveWeb, as I have told you several couple times already. The questions and answer on round window rupture itself was about 10 of them, which means there's quite a good number of people suffering from this round window rupture. So to talk about this window rupture, we need to know about oval window and the round window, the cause of the rupture, symptoms, treatment, and prevention, which is the most important part of today's presentation. Oval window and round window. Let's take a look at this one. The sound energy hits the tympanic membrane, go through 3 small auditory ossicles, and at the end of the ossicle is a footplate of the stapes. And the sound energy go in here, and it goes round and round, and then it comes back out through the round window. So this is oval window and this is round window. I don't know the exact difference between the English word of oval and round, but in human anatomy there's some oval and round things. So probably when I talked about patent foramen ovale, that's oval foramen. So again, this is oval window and round windows. Sound energy goes through the auditory ossicles, which is malleus, incus, and the stapes, and footplate that pushes into the inner ear, and the sound energy will go into the inner ear and comes back out through the round window. This is not exactly true, but it's almost the truth. Anyway, why do round windows rupture? The cause is, for diving, too forceful Valsalva equalization. And this too forceful Valsalva, we go like, then that increase our intracranial pressure. The increased intracranial pressure will press down to the inner ear, cochlea. And the elevated pressure inside the inner ear, there's no way to go except round window. Some people believe the oval window can rupture, but I don't believe so, because oval window is clogged up with footplate of stapes. That's how round window ruptures. Symptoms. Certainly there's some sudden hearing loss that you can even feel underwater. You can feel vertigo, but this does not seem as frequent as hearing loss. It's because this round window part, it's mostly about the sound, but cochlea is also connected to the semicircular canals in the vestibule, which means if this rupture is very severe, also the inner ear fluid can escape out of this, which means you can have vertigo and tinnitus. Luckily and thank God, this usually comes on one side. If this comes on both sides, that means we can lose our hearing right there. But somehow, maybe the first round window ruptures and the pressure goes down and the other ear is saved. Hearing loss. There are some conductive, sensory, neural, central, and mixed type of the hearing loss. On round window rupture, we have sensory hearing loss. How do we treat this rupture? It's immediate surgery is the best choice, but at the site of diving, on the scene of diving, your round window ruptures, and how long do you think it will take until you go to a hospital, go through all the exams, and finally you end up in an operation table and the doctor begins to open your middle ear? It takes a long time. So many otologists believe even if it is late, it is better that we do the surgery and plug up the possible rupture of the window. I am an ENT surgeon too, but I'm not an otologist. But still, I personally don't really agree with a delayed operation. Once delayed, inner ear structure here, there is very delicate structure like some cilia hair cells. Once the inner ear fluid escapes out, those cilia will adhere to each other, and eventually it's very easy for all of us to lose our hearing if the round window ruptures and immediate treatment or surgery is not available. Still, there's some medication available that can hopefully and possibly recover the delicate structure inside the inner ear, and some part of the hearing can come back. If you are very lucky, your hearing will come back almost 100%. But this is not a really easy thing to say. So it's better that you take care of the situation as soon as possible. Chamber has no place here. Chamber doesn't help around window rupture. Later on, considering the sensory neural hearing loss, when it comes suddenly, we recommend the chamber, but it's a different concept. If it is DCS, chamber is the treatment of choice. But if it is round window rupture, I think surgery is the choice. How do we prevent this round window rupture? Do not do any forceful Valsalva. How forceful is forceful? It all depends on the persons. But most people suffering from this, they do too forceful Valsalva. And as I told you, that will increase your intracranial pressure. To avoid this, we should not dive when you have cold. We should not dive when you cannot equalize, and we should not descend without easily equalizing. Let me stress just one more time. The cause of rupture, it comes from too forceful of Valsalva, which will increase your intracranial pressure, which will increase your inner ear pressure, and that increase the inner ear pressure find its way out through the round window membrane. So let's just keep this thing in mind. Today I talked about round window rupture, and hopefully I will see you soon again. Thank you.